Hey everybody,
Hey
welcome to
there.
Two Buds Review Movies. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Sam.
and we're two buds.
And we're gonna review some movies.
And
Um,
this is our
but
first episode ever, so
yeah, bear with
bear with
us.
us here.
It's gonna change and develop as we continue to do it. And as you can see and hear, Tyler does not have a microphone,
A
but
good microphone that I've
he
chosen.
will soon.
Okay,
Okay.
so the first movie that I chose,
Yeah, Tyler
we're
chose this one. I'm gonna choose the next one. We're gonna switch off week to week.
gonna switch off week to week. That's right. So I chose The Little Things, directed by John Lee Hancock, the new psychological thriller mystery movie on HBO Max, also in theaters right now,
Yep.
starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto.
I think two things should be noted here. The first is that it's on HBO Max. It's like since it's the pandemic east that time, it's like
Right?
in theaters until the end of this month.
It's
Until
at our
Feb.
local drive-in, but that's about it.
Yeah. And also the second thing to mention is that John Lee Hancock has a giant cock. So just had to get that one out there.
There you go.
Wait, is that his name? John Lee Hancock? Or
John
is he?
Lee Hancock.
Okay, good.
He
Yeah.
directed things such as The Blind Side and like Snow White and the Huntsman or something.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe he doesn't have a big cock. All right, let's just keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. So, a little bit of brief summary on this movie. I don't want to give it too many things away. We're gonna do
Okay, yeah.
spoiler
Wait,
section later.
let's just
What?
mention that like for the first like we're gonna start reviewing right now. We've passed the introduction and like the they introduced the movie time, and now we're into the review time, and this is like a two-part segment. So like the first part, we're not
I mean, like, is this
we're
off
gonna do our
air?
we're gonna do our very best not to spoil it, okay? And then like the second part of the review is gonna be we'll tell you like three. We're gonna be like spoiler alert. Hey, spoiler alert. But it's not yet. We're not gonna spoil it yet. So we'll let you know when you should pause it and go watch the movie if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, and we're also gonna have we're gonna need to have a running script on this. I think too.
For
Like,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. At some point, but we just had to do this first one, get it out there.
Yep, that's right.
So here
Okay,
we are.
so basically, this movie stars Denzel Washington, who plays what's his name, Deacon, and he's like
Yeah.
a Los Angeles like sheriff's deputy or whatever with a dark past.
Yeah, he's like a washed up detective that like
Is no longer
clearly has gone through some shit and is now like a sheriff out in like the sticks of Los Angeles. So he's like
yeah,
very far out of the city.
yeah,
He's like he's clearly he clearly does not have like a lot of money at the very beginning of the movie. Like it's clear that he's like running on empty a little bit
yeah,
based on where he lives in his car and the clothes that he wears other than his sheriff outfit.
right.
Yeah.
And
And so
basically, this is just a brief summary. Basically, he gets like called to go to LA to like bring down some evidence pertaining to a murder case,
yep.
and then he meets Rami Malek, who's like the head detective
Yeah, he's
on
like
that murder case.
this hotshot detective guy who's
Like
clearly
young, what's his name?
very well endowed. I forget. I don't
Sergeant
know.
Sergeant Jim Baxter. We're gonna have to do a
Yeah,
little better with this character.
Sergeant Baxter.
Sergeant
It's Rami
Baxter.
Malek, dude. I'm sorry. It was
Yeah.
Rami
Okay.
Malek. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I
Rami
think we're
Malek.
gonna have our own unique style of talking
Yeah,
about
fuck
film.
it, dude. It's Rami Malek. And also like I don't like the way that I think about movie characters is I generally don't remember their names unless it's very memorable. I'm generally like thin guy with beard or
Yeah.
oh dude, we forgot who else was in it. Jared
Yeah, yeah,
Leto.
and Jared Leto. I already said that, but
No, you didn't.
I
Did
did in
you?
the beginning.
All right.
Let me go. Talk a little bit about more about what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he meets Rami Malek in the parking lot. Rami Malek tries to get his car towed because he's kind of a dick, or he
Yeah,
like, doesn't have time to like wait. I don't know. Anyway,
and basically, dude, this is good. You can like interject with stupid shit while I like talk
yeah.
about.
Fuck you. All right,
I
keep
don't know.
going.
Like, anyways, he sees similarities in this old case that it's clearly Denzel sees similarities in this case to like an older case, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna help." And then Jared Leto comes along.
hmm Well, and at first he's like very hesitant to become involved. He's like, "No, I want to
Yeah,
go," and then like he gets dragged in. and he clearly is like very good at being a detective.
Yeah, he's
He
clearly like better than Rami Malek, and
but he
like
also like works outside of the like parameters of what it is to like legally
right,
like obtain evidence,
right.
which is something that like in detective movies generally I'm like that's like a stupid trope. It's so dumb. Like we have to break the law to catch the killer. It's like, okay,
I know, but it's corny. Okay, something about this movie is a little bit like
it
there's
is
parts
corny.
there's
It's
parts
corny.
of it that are really corny.
It's
I think.
corny. Yeah, and like there's some times when like the dialogue they're clearly like this is going to be a really cool quote as opposed to like how people actually interact with each other, you
Right,
know?
right. And Rami Malek, like I thought he was dope watching him, like,
Mhm.
but like he seems so out of place, like
Yeah, I agree with
just
you.
like big face, like big, like I was just like, I don't know. He was good though. I liked it. It was fun to
He
watch
no
him.
he no he killed it. He did a very good job, but he did seem like it was just Rami Malek inserted into like this.
Yeah,
Whereas like when he
just for,
played Freddie Mercury, I thought he did a really good job. Like it
right,
wasn't I wasn't thinking this is Rami Malek the whole time. I was like it's Freddie Mercury,
right,
you
right,
know?
right. But in this one, I'm just like I mean, I'm sure they could have found a better fit to play the character that like wasn't.
Yeah,
They just got him for Rami Malek's sake. I feel this.
maybe. I think he did a good
I
job.
think
I
he did
think
a good job,
yeah, yeah,
and
and it's not.
I think Denzel did a good job.
Denzel always does a good
Yeah,
job.
Denzel
Yeah,
did.
he really killed it, dude. Especially like that scene when he was outside his ex-wife's house. I was like, Jesus, dude, this guy has
I
range.
know.
He has so much range.
Yeah,
Like like it wasn't even like anything he said or like I don't even know how to describe it. Like the look in his eyes was just like pure despair, you know? And
yeah,
like that's not something that like is in the script. He just like did that, you know? I don't know. I thought it
right,
was dope.
right. And then
Okay, so like
how do
before
we
we get
feel
into
about
this
how do we
before
feel about Jared Leto?
oh fuck you. I mean I hate Jared Leto, but that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. And I don't know if I should do my whole spiel about Jared Leto in the spoiler part because it kind of pertains to like the plot of the movie like the third like the second and third act of the movie, right? So like
Yeah, it's fine.
I think what I can say without spoiling anything is that Jared Leto plays like a working class kind of creepy dude, and he works at like this. I don't even.
It's
Is
like
it an auto part?
it's some fucking repair shop or something. Like
Yeah, yeah. Like he's a mechanic or
it's like a
like
blue collar guy.
yeah, he's like a skilled laborer, right?
Yeah.
And he plays. He's like he lost weight for the role, but also wears a fat suit. It doesn't make any sense.
That is news to me, but it's so funny because it's so
It doesn't
Jared
make
Leto.
any sense, dude. Like his face is super gaunt. He's got like the hollow cheeks, and then he has like this big, clearly fake belly, you know. And also the thing that really pissed me off, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've seen, is that in all of the scenes Jared Leto was in, regardless of if he was at work, if he was like at home, if he was like out on the town at night, he was wearing his blue collar like uniform, and like the idea that like that that blue collar workers wear their like uniforms around all the time is fucking ludicrous. And it's just classic Jared
Super
Leto.
funny though.
He's
It was
so out of touch.
yeah. Let me just say, yeah, he is out of touch. Did you know that like he was out of like in like he like didn't know about COVID until like 4 months later or some
Yeah,
shit.
because he was on like a spiritual retreat and he like released these tweets. He's like, let's all come together and like we're gonna get through this. It's like, dude, Jared, fuck you, dude. Like you're on like your private plane. Like, I don't
Okay,
know.
let me just say
His music sucks too.
I thought he was super creepy and did a pretty good job, and I had fun watching him, but I do see where you're coming from, that it was totally over the top in
Yeah,
my
and also like it was basically like they dressed him up to not look like Jared Leto, and then he just played Jared Leto. It was Jared Leto who like, but like it was like a creepy guy playing Jared Leto. That's what it felt like to me. That's
it
what it
was
like because dude
it
he
was
like,
so funny though.
the way
It
that
was
he interacts with people like in real life is similar to how he interacted with
like,
people as
hey,
like the creepy man.
hey.
Have you seen him like interviews like at like on like like what's it called what's that like big like the Vanity Fair thing where like all the celebrities dress up and like they wear ridiculous
I
costumes.
have no fucking idea.
You know what I'm talking? Okay, well, like you know, like 2 years ago, like Jared Leto like had like another head of Jared Leto or something. Do you remember that? let's not go too far down
Yeah,
the
let's
rabbit
not
hole.
go too far. Okay, so let's get to the part where we're gonna start spoiling it. But first,
Yeah, spoiler alert.
first, yay or nay on this movie? Good or
Yay, for
yay? Me
sure.
too. Me too.
Uh-huh.
I thought I don't know.
It's definitely
I was
worth
gripping.
watching.
I was like I was in. I was into it the whole time.
I was too.
Yeah.
There were moments where I was like, this is corny as shit. And
Yeah, but
also,
I know, but like I was kind of, and I was just like, this is good.
and not once was I like, I want to stop watching this.
Right.
But like a lot of times I was like, this is not, it kind of took me out of it because of the way that people interacted with each other. I'm like, this is not how people interact with each other. It
Yeah.
seems kind of
Yeah. I
forced.
don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I felt um like kind of similar about Rami Malek's performance and Jared Leto's performance. I thought Denzel was the strongest
Of
because he
course.
just did it without trying, and both and
Well, I'm
Jared
sure
Leto.
he tried, but I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying,
It
but like,
seemed effortless. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it seemed effortless to him because it's just freaking Denzel Washington.
hmm
And then Jared Leto was like, "Oh, I need to like make this my movie," kind of sort of shit. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yes, that's what he does with literally every movie. And
And
dude,
then
I also don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but do you know about what he did like on like the set of Suicide Squad? Like how he
yeah, yeah, he was like giving
like
people,
in character, like
yeah,
giving
yeah.
people these weird ass gifts.
Dude. Apparently, he's gonna be in the new cut of the Justice League that's coming out on HBO. I'm gonna watch that shit regardless, but because I think they're
I
like,
mean I'll watch it too, but like his rendition of the Joker is fucking horrible.
we'll see. It could be good.
What do you mean? We've already seen it
Yeah,
was
but
terrible.
the script was bad, and we didn't. I don't know. You never. I don't know.
Dude,
I've been reading. I've read some.
salty. He's so salty about the new Joker. He's like so salty that Joaquin Phoenix is the new Joker,
He's
and
not. But
Joaquin
that
is
was a
much
one-off.
better.
That was a one-off, wasn't it?
I mean, he was still upset that it wasn't him.
Okay, I could say so much about the Joker because I'm watching Gotham right now, and like, okay, anyways, but we're gonna stop. Spoilers now for the little
Yeah,
thing.
we're gonna get back to the movie that we're talking about, the little things,
The
and not
little
how
thing.
much I don't like Jared Leto. That
Okay,
might come up again. But
Sam,
at
do you want to
spoiler
do
time,
some?
spoiler, if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it and then come back. Or if you don't want to come back, don't come back and come back next week. But seriously, go watch the movie if you haven't seen it already, because it's gonna be spoiler time.
Spoiler time. Okay, Sam, give me some spoils.
So the big twist of this whole thing is that
We
the big twist is that Denzel Washington, but back when he was this up and coming detective. Well, actually, let's talk about why he's washed up. He got washed up because in the pursuit of this killer, like 10 years ago or however long it was, he got divorced. He lost all his money. He went bankrupt, right? And then um, he also had like a triple bypass. He like had like heart failure and had a triple bypass surgery, and that's why he left and went to work as a sheriff out in the sticks of Los Angeles. That's kind of a spoil. I mean, it comes up pretty soon after you start watching, but I think it was important to wait to say that. And the big twist of the movie is that he Denzel Washington accidentally kills a woman in the pursuit of this killer. Like he shoots her by accident,
Yeah.
and then like the police department cover up this murder,
And
right?
then basically the whole like the main part of the movie though is that Jared Leto becomes their main suspect,
Mm-hmm.
and they both become convinced that he is the killer
Yeah, and like
because he's like obsessed with murder and shit, and like
convinced without really any evidence.
right.
The only evidence they have is that he is also a true crime junkie, which I am too. So I don't know. Like I enjoy watching those documentaries.
Yeah, how did they actually decide? They were just like, oh, he was near this, and
I mean, they made it seem like it was him, for
it
sure.
really did. That was something that I liked. And then basically at the end, last act, Jared Leto's like, Rami Malek, come in the car with me. I'm gonna show you where I killed this girl.
Yeah. So there's a
Like, being
missing.
like,
There's a missing young woman named Rhonda, I think.
oh yeah, and
And
Rami Malek really wants to save her because he talks to her parents and shit.
yeah, and he feels like he feels like it's his like responsibility, right?
Right, right.
Um.
And then they drive to the desert. Feel free to chime in whenever you want.
mhm.
And at this point, I was like, okay, he fucking did it. like, and they're gonna, they're gonna have some stupid action, like he's just taking him to the killer or something, or to the spot, and then basically
So he makes this part I actually really didn't understand. Like Rami Malek did all the digging. Like Rami Malek had the gun. He had a gun. Jared Leto did not, but Jared Leto drove. So Jared Leto drove to this place in his nice lime green car, and then he's like, "All right, start digging here. This is where the body is." And then like after Rami Malek digs for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, he's like, "Actually, this doesn't look familiar. Let's move over here." And at this point, I'm like, "This guy didn't kill anybody. He's just fucking. He wants his life to be interesting enough to like be interacting with this famous detective guy, and now he is interacting with him." And not only is he interacting with him, Jared Leto is somehow holding the power over Rami Malek, which didn't really make sense to me because like
that didn't make sense to me either.
it didn't like why didn't he make Jared Leto dig if he
Yeah,
had
he
the
had the
gun?
fucking gun.
If he had the gun, why like I don't understand. And there's a moment when he was like, "You dig," and then Jared Leto was like, "It's in the little things. You have to dig." And I was like, what? Like you're already breaking all the rules of you're already breaking he's like you have to have the evidence in the right place and like it has to be found by you or something. And I was like, you're already breaking all the rules of like how to catch a killer. Like you can't go off on your own without telling people. It's not going to hold up in court. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
then Jared Leto,
Meanwhile, Denzel sees them drive
yeah.
away in the fucking car, and he's like, "Yo, I gotta go try." Yeah,
He pursues them, but like 3 minutes behind them. So he's like kind of at the very end, he like can't really find them.
yeah,
You know? So he's like just driving around the desert, and then he sees like their tail lights, and then like
or something.
he goes to the hill that they were at, and then he misses the turnoff, and then he finds it eventually. But
yeah,
like when he gets there, it's already too late. And what that means is that Jared Leto, while Rami Malek is digging his like seventh hole, is like saying like really terrible shit about like his daughters and like
yeah.
he's like you'll never be able to protect your daughters if you can't protect all these people that I've killed. But he didn't kill. I don't think he killed them. Like
Let's get to that in a little bit.
But anyway, regardless of if he killed them or not, Rami Malek has the shovel and he turns around like he's like Jared Leto's like you're a piece of shit. You'll never be able to protect anybody. And then Rami Malek turns around and hits him with the shovel real hard, and then he's dead. Jared Leto's dead.
And then he's dead. And then Denzel finally, after backtracking like 6 times, finally finds them.
He comes over the mountain like at the like 2 seconds after Jared Leto gets killed, which I thought was a little bit convenient. But anyway,
yeah, definitely convenient. And then he finds Rami Malek, who's just like sitting there like crying and shit, and
he's just like stone faced, yeah.
And then Denzel comes up and he's like, "I know, like I understand, like you need to." Like I forget exactly what happened, but he's like, "You need to bury the body, right?"
Yeah, and like the cool part of that scene is when like he had said before, it's in the little things how you get caught, and he was referring to catching the killer, and then he said that same thing again. It's the little things how you get caught, about how Rami Malek could get caught for murdering this guy in cold blood, you know?
Yeah, and this is when they reveal Denzel's like past fully.
Yes, yeah. Maybe I should have waited to say that, but
yeah,
whatever.
It's fine. We'll work on it.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, and so then so Denzel shows up and he's very like, all right, this is what we're doing. Okay, bang, bang, bang. You're gonna bury the body.
He like goes into cover-up mode.
You're gonna bury the body. I'm gonna go clear out Jared Leto's apartment and burn all of his shit, right?
Yep. He's like, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens, Sam? He comes back in the morning.
He comes back in the morning and Rami Malek is still digging because he really wants to be convinced that Jared Leto was the guy. He wants to feel like this murder was justified in some way. So he's still digging out there in the desert because he's looking for the body of this missing girl. But she's not there. She's clearly not there, right?
She's clearly not there.
And Jared Leto's still like lying out in the sun, and Denzel's like, "Yo, let's do this." And then they cover up all the holes.
And then I think that's when he's like, "It's the little things that get you caught. We need to fucking go." He's like, "You need to forget about this case. Mm-hmm. Like, just put it away. Don't
don't ever mention Jared Leto's name again."
Yeah.
Whatever. What was his name? Like Smelting, or it started with an S.
Okay, like, we should know that. We should know that.
Fuck it, dude. It's Jared Leto.
It is fucking Jared Leto. Okay, this is kind of for everyone listening. This is kind of gonna be how the shit is for.
Yeah, we're figuring it out, and it's fine.
I think the whole time we're kind of going to be reviewing movies like this, but we will
But
get.
also like this time, like the time that we're talking in right now is when people should have already gone and watched the movie. So like they kind of know what we're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
for real. You guys know what we're talking about.
The part
Oh,
that
his
I
name
really
is Sparma. What a creep.
Sparma. The part that I really liked is like the very, 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 very end, like the last 2 or 3 minutes, like 5 to 10
Okay, so you
minutes.
like the ending. Give me that.
I did. I liked it because okay, so Rami Malek, it clearly some time has passed between when he killed Jared Leto and when we see Rami Malek again, and he's in his backyard. His two daughters are swimming in the pool. He's clearly fucked up. Like he's
Yeah,
clearly like reeling about the shit that he did,
yeah.
and he receives this envelope from Denzel Washington or Deacon, otherwise known as Deacon, and Deacon slash Denzel. Um, okay, so one of the victims that the killer killed, like the victim was wearing a red bobby pin. Okay, and so
Not a pin, like a red
what's it? Yeah,
like
what's it called?
bandana, like scarf or whatever.
No, it wasn't a scarf. No,
No, what's it called?
it
You
was a
wear it
hair
around
clip. A hair clip. A hair clip. It was a
headband,
red.
right? Wasn't it a
No, it
headband?
was not. It was not. It was a hair clip. It was a hair clip. It was not a headband.
It
It was
wasn't
a
a
hair clip.
clip though.
Whatever. It was a red fucking thing for your for
For your hair.
for girls' hair or
Yeah.
anybody's hair.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, but okay.
It's a red clip for someone's hair, okay? And like the victim had it, and so Denzel was in Jared Leto's apartment, and so suppose like he tells Rami Malek in this note, "I found this in Jared Leto's apartment,"
And it's a red hair clip in
and then
the
you
fucking
see on Rami Malek's face, "Oh my God, I actually killed the right guy," and then
yeah,
he
yeah,
like clearly he's not going to live with this guilt for the rest of his life,
right,
or to a lesser degree,
right.
and then you see Denzel Washington at the very end. He's burning all of Jared Leto's shit.
Yep.
Um, and then he burns this package of hairpins, and the red one is missing.
Like
Right,
a brand new one.
brand new one. He clearly went out and bought it and then sent it to him because
He wants to clear his conscience because he knows
yeah,
that he's all.
he doesn't want Rami Malek to live with the same guilt that he has lived with, that
Right.
Denzel has lived with for killing that innocent woman. Right.
Exactly. And then that's basically the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they never truly reveal who the killer was, even though I think Jared Leto didn't do it, and it's all
He didn't do it.
Yeah,
He didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, some people could argue he did, but he definitely didn't.
He didn't do it. I mean, maybe he did, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
One thing that was a little bit of a loophole is they like in the third act of the movie they made us want to think that Jared Leto was not the killer, and if that was the case, then my favorite part of the movie, when Denzel clears Rami Malek's conscience by sending him the hair clip, that wouldn't really hold water if the killings keep happening. You know, if Jared Leto is not the killer and the killer's still out there, the killer's going to kill again, and then Rami Malek's going to figure out, hey, it wasn't Jared Leto.
I don't think they're going to make a sequel. So
of course they're not, but like that's a little bit. I mean, like I like movies where you can like imagine what would happen after the credits roll.
Yeah.
You know, and like in this scenario, if I imagine what happened, it doesn't really make sense. There's not really any like resolution anymore. You know, Rami Malek,
or he would just be like, Denzel, you fucking lied to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they would have to solve the mystery all over again and get through some dark detective like. And it would be really dumb. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. No.
They're not going to do that.
Oh, okay. I almost forgot my favorite quote of the movie. I mean, it was really corny at times, and they were like clearly like writing to like make cool quotes. But like when they're standing on the bridge, and Rami Malek is like, he asks Denzel Washington, "Do you believe in God?" And Denzel's like, "When I see a thunderstorm, or a rainbow, or like a kid laughing or some shit, he's like, I believe God exists, but then when I see shit like this," and he points at like the murder that's happened, I believe that he stopped giving a shit a long time ago. And I was like, that's fucking tight.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
It was a good quote.
I don't know, I liked, as kind of corny as it was, I liked what kind of like when they were following Leto, and like I don't know why I really liked that scene where like Denzel is following him with the green car. He's like Jared Leto's driving his green car on like the freeway.
That was good. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was just well shot, done, like whatever you want to call it, like part of the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I liked it.
I liked it too, but it was just over the top a little bit, and
It was, yeah.
it doesn't. And they advertised it like it was gonna be this fucking like Oscar nominated thing, you know, kind of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there was a lot of big names in there, you know.
Three that I know. Who else was in it?
Well, I mean, like, dude, Denzel Washington and Rami Malek alone are like fucking awesome. And as much as I don't like Jared Leto, he's also a big name.
Yeah, he sells.
He does.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's just like, I know that Jared Leto, every role he gets, he's like, I'm gonna get an Oscar for this.
You know that I think the takeaway from this film was Jared Leto's just being Jared Leto.
It was like it was a guy who didn't like mildly kind of looked like Jared Leto playing Jared Leto. It was a creepy guy who kind of looked like him playing him. I hated that he was like, he clearly refused to get fat for the role. He's like, I'm not doing it. Fuck you. And he wore this like really horrible fat suit, but also was like really like his cheeks were.
He
like,
actually did wear fat suits, right?
For sure. There's no, yeah, of course he did.
Or are you just saying that?
No, dude. What are you talking about? Look, like, are you kidding me? Like, it was clearly a fat suit, and he had like this weird walk, and he was always wearing his like mechanic outfit all the time, everywhere he went. Like, it was kind of dumb in my opinion, but
dude, it says he didn't wear a fat suit, bro.
He 100% wore a fat suit. Like, what do you mean he didn't wear a fat suit? He definitely did. Like, look at it.
I don't know. It says he didn't. He made like a.
Okay, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
His face was thin as shit. He's been known to
do that before, dude.
His face was thin as shit.
I know, but he knows how to morph his body. Weirdly, it wasn't worth it if it was real, though.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, how long have we been going?
I don't know, but okay. Even if he wasn't wearing a fat suit, dude, he was. I don't know, like there's he was, he was, he was, he was.
I know.
He was.
We'll never know.
But like his face was so like there's no way you could gain just fat there. I don't understand.
He looked like a crackhead, kind of. I don't know.
But like crackheads aren't fat like that.
I don't know.
I don't want to generalize. I'm sure there is a fat crackhead somewhere, but like, I don't know. I hate him. I think that's pretty clear.
He was intriguing to me during this film.
Yeah, I mean, he just has like this cult following. It's literally a cult. He's called it a cult before. It's like fucking weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, so wait. So are we done with the review? Are we giving?
I think we're done with the review because now I'm just railing on Jared Leto.
Yeah.
If he did gain that weight, then good for him for like sticking to the role. But I don't know, man.
Okay, everyone. So every podcast at the end of our argument / review / just rambling about our films that we choose to watch, we'll rate it 0 to 5 buds out of 5 buds.
Because we're 2 buds.
All
right, you go first since you picked it. I think that's how we should do it.
I give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay, I give it like 3.5. I thought
really? I don't know. I was yeah.
I enjoyed it, and like
I enjoyed it too.
Everybody did a good job, and I mean, I think even Jared Leto did a good job.
3 for me is like you should watch it. It was good.
Oh, for sure. It was definitely like you should definitely watch it. They're like
it was definitely entertaining.
Like 4 out of 5 is like you should watch it, and it's one of the best movies of this year. A 5 out of 5 is this is the best movie I've ever seen. Like The Devil All the Time, that's a 5 out of 5 for me.
That's a
maybe 4.5, but like that was fucking awesome.
That's like a 4.5.
I thought it was great. I've watched it twice and I still love it.
I need to watch it again, but I don't want to
It's
get.
good, dude.
I don't want to get sad for a little bit.
It is very heavy. Okay, so now this is the time that since Tyler introduced the last movie, I'm gonna introduce this one. And we actually talked about what I was gonna choose before, and I'm switching. I'm switching it, dude.
Thank God.
I'm
Oh
switching,
yeah, yeah.
I'm switching it.
Surprise me.
And this isn't something that you're gonna be expecting, but it is the new Britney Spears documentary
Oh
on,
shit.
on Hulu.
All
Yeah,
right.
bro. It's called the Framing Britney Spears or Framing Britney Spears, and then it's a documentary. It's on Hulu. We're
It's
watching
new.
it, dude.
It's
It's new,
new.
bro. I
Okay.
think it just came out.
All right, we'll watch it.
It's like apparently from what I've heard, it's it's like really kind of it like makes you upset, like you're upset and you're like sad for Britney, you know?
Dude, I love a good documentary. Yeah,
I do too.
yeah. I sounds like a plan, dude.
Yep, that's my choice.
Framing
Britney
Britney
Spears.
Spears.
Yeah, Framing Britney Spears. Yeah, it's on the Hulu's. Dude, maybe do you think we should watch a trailer like at the end of each one or no? Like should I share my screen with a trailer or do you think that that's unnecessary? Like people could
I
just
don't
go
know.
watch it themselves.
We could on this one. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, let's just do it now and if we don't like it,
This
we'll
one's been
stop.
really rough, anyways.
Dude, I think it's been good.
It's been fun.
I like the cadence that we have.
It's fun. It's fun, but I just think that we might have to structure it a little more.
Probably. And like that part where I like was like the big reveal is like I should have
We need
said
to
that
have
way
more of a.
after.
We need to have more of like a script of shit we say every single time that like transitions us. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
then like
for sure.
in between those like lines that we say like every time.
Definitely. Yeah, and like we should have like when we're discussing the plot, we should have like don't say this before you say this. Like I clearly fucked up a little bit when I was like when I told everybody that Denzel had accidentally murdered somebody. Like that should have happened after we revealed that Rami Malek killed Jared Leto, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so can I share my
We could also just do a review. We could just also do a spoiler the whole time. And make it more of like we just talked shit about the movie. But
I honestly hope that we see a movie that we don't enjoy so that we can just like shit on it. I think that'll be more entertaining. But anyway, we're
yeah.
talking like we should talk about this after, not on the pot,
Okay.
not on the
We're
thing.
learning, folks.
We are learning. Okay, so can you let me share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually wait.
How the fuck do I do this?
Is this a show or a movie?
If it's a show, we can't do it.
Hold on, let me check. I'm sorry, dude. If it isn't, then we're gonna do the one that you didn't want to watch.
I don't care. We can watch it. Oh, wait. Okay. Can you share now?
Well, I'm checking if this is a show or a movie because dead air.
All right, we're gonna.
Oh,
We're gonna
dude. Okay, so it's an episode of a documentary series, but it's one of them is so like this episode is just about Britney, but it's an hour and 14 minutes. Does that count? I
I
feel
have
like
no idea.
I mean it's not really a movie, but I really want to see it, and okay, let's not. Fine.
Good. We could watch it.
I think we should watch it, but I'm sorry, I'm fucking this up.
You're not. Wait. What about when does this? Dude,
Okay,
why don't we
so
just do the new Judas and the Black Messiah movie?
because that would mean you're picking it.
I know.
We could do that next time.
I just want to get as current as possible with new movies.
Yeah, same Z's. So dude, we're just gonna. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's fine.
Hold on, hold on. Yeah, we're doing the one that you didn't want. Like, cause like the Britney one isn't a movie. We're just gonna have to
All right.
watch that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stick to movies. What are we watching, Sam? What's the movie?
So we are watching the new Netflix movie with George Clooney with a beard called The Midnight Sky.
George Clooney with the beard movie.
George Clooney with a beard movie, and it's
Saved,
I
right?
picked it because I love sci-fi. It's my favorite. It's my favorite genre. My favorite genre actually is like horror sci-fi, and I don't think that's what this is, but I picked it because I love the sci-fi.
Hell yeah! Can't wait.
Have you seen Prospect,
No.
bro? Okay, I wish I hadn't already seen that. You need to watch that.
All right.
It's so good. It's fucking awesome. It's with the dude that plays the Mandalorian. That and the bad guy in the new Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Wait. Prospect film.
It's real good.
Oh shit!
It's one of the best sci-fi movies I've seen in like the last 10 years, I
Why have
think.
I never seen this?
I don't know. It's on Netflix.
You never told me to watch it.
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, we're watching The Midnight Sky, George Clooney with a beard.
George Clooney with the beard movie next week.
Yeah, and this week we're doing it on Wednesday, but next week we're going to do it on Tuesday.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Oh shit, yeah.
for sure. I thought it was Tuesday for a sec.
Isn't that, yeah, dude, it's Groundhog Day every day.
Okay.
But at least for me it is. I know that you have somewhat of an external schedule.
For me, it's not Groundhog Day, but it's still Groundhog Life a little bit.
It's great. Yeah, dude, this shit sucks. I'm ready for this shit to be over.
Groundhog Life. Okay.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on our first episode of Two Buds Movie Reviews.
Two Buds movie reviews.
And
We're
thank
two
you for
buds.
bearing with us as we figure this out. As I said at the very beginning, this is going to change and develop as we continue to do this. And I actually kind of like that. I like it. I mean, I like it when you can see people growing creatively or whatever. I like that shit. I think it's
I also
cool.
like that we have a topic each time to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, dude, do you think we should like say, nah, never mind.
No, not right now. This is our second go at a podcast.
Yeah, that was that's yeah. We already tried. We already tried for like 5 months, and it was definitely good learning experience. But like we made infinite amount of mistakes, and then we deleted it from the internet because we don't want that shit out there. Here we are.
We want to have professional careers.
Yeah. Like we're both trying to like make a name for ourselves in this world, and that's not the name we wanted to make. And so,
at least not yet.
not yet. No, not yet.
All
and
right.
also, yeah. Anyway, this has been Two Buds Movie Reviews. We'll see you next week with George Clooney with a beard.
We'll see you next week with George Clooney with the beard. Two Buds movie reviews. Peace.